Nigerian MMA fighter. So this is the process for his outline. First off, I start with regular pen tool and ballpoint. But for now, I'll start with the tapered ink. Now, I'm really sorry guys for not uploading for a very long time. School happened and then I was far away from my laptop, which I needed to edit. So right now here I cropped the picture to make things easier for me. Most of the times it's easier to draw when your images are cropped. Just gives you this neat workspace. So setting the outlines to fit in the image. Those neck muscles there needs to really be expressed. Now if you notice here I'm using more tapered inks, although I'll change it later. I'll just manually edges. Okay, so like I told you guys before, try avoiding putting more than one point at a place to make your work rough. So just try and avoid that. And there you go. Now if you notice, I stopped at his hair there because I actually prefer drawing my hairs on different layer, like drawing my hair on different layer, drawing the outline on different layer. And it's also important to reset all your outline at the end. Like I said, I was trying some things here, so don't be scared if you see me use some fun things here. And I think later on I really later decided on using just the ballpoint. Missed my ballpoint. And that's just about it. Okay, so if you notice, I'm going down, tapping select, and then editing my lines. This is a tool here, mesh also I use there. Try it out. Okay, so so far guys, if you still don't understand how to use the tools here in InfiniDesign, there's going to be a link after this video. Check it out for tools on InfiniDesign for you to understand these tools better, so you understand my process. And now I'm just using tapered ink to outline his ears. I also advise you to learn this geometry of ears to help you better when you're having clients that give you, when you have clients that kind of like give you work that you can't really see clearly, but then you still have to draw those ears. So to help you out, same thing with nose, practice. And now I'm working on the lips. Now if you notice, at first I use a lazy tool to draw the lip. It was almost perfect, but then it doesn't beat perfection, so, or rather I just need to be more accurate. And the lip itself is very important while drawing portraits. A little misaligned on the lip and person can look totally ugly, like I'm serious. A little misaligned on the lip, person can lose his whole facial structure or appearance. So it's very important. So almost same thing with this part here, where I am kind of like outlining parts in his mouth, like those little dark spots around his mouth. I also advise you to, whenever you're drawing this, to leave a circular point at the end, like the way I did here. Yeah, leave a circular point there. It helps to bridge that gap between the upper lip and the lower lip, so it will help a lot. Okay, that part of his nose is just so dark or too dark, so I just had to do that. It was important. For the eyes, most times I use freehand, sometimes I use ballpoint and what's it call it, the pen tool, but it depends on you. But most times I feel like free, lazy tool and tapered gives me the kind of appearance I need on the person more. That's why I mostly use lazy tool. I told you guys before, a little misaligned on the lip can make the person look different, like entirely different. Same thing with the nose. I just have to outline that part of his face and taper some of these edges. Near them sharp. We're looking too terrible. But now, if you notice there was a problem there, so I had to come back and, instead of cutting them manually, I had to use a tapered ink to make it tapered somehow, make the edges tapered. So I dragged it backwards, then I used the ink for the end part. So we are 20% there. Okay, now that's the setting I use for my lazy pen and tapered ink. Now I reduce the speed of the video to make it easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. As you can see, the way I make the beard strike is just an X or C, depending on however it looks on his face. And then you also want to make that strike in direction of in the direction where it's meant to go, like the mustache is meant to go diagonally towards his mouth, as you can see there. And then also, I also advise you that when you're doing symmetrical drawings like this, to make it work fast, just copy and paste and then flip it, move around and place it at the other side of the slip, and the other side, to make it work easier and faster, to save you a lot of time, trust me. And then same thing for the beards, just patiently. And now some people will actually use a bigger size of tapered ink to do this. It depends. Sometimes if you use bigger ones, just know that the person's beard is full. Most times when you see them use bigger ones, just know that the person's beard is full. Like here now, his beard down there isn't so full, so that's why I used a thinner tapered ink. And also, apart from that, when you're drawing beards like this, try to leave the edges shorter, like short strokes. Try to leave the edge with short strokes than the main parts. Also, when you're done finally with the edges, for the mid part, like the main parts, then you can make those parts thicker and whatever. But just get the edges. What's important when it comes to things like beards and those things are the edges, appearance of the edges. In between, everybody understands that that place is full, so they might spare you there. They will spare you there, not they might. Okay. that just goes about it. As you can see here, I'm just repeating the same thing, trying to make that part of his beard thicker by doing repeated strokes. You can save yourself the time and do the same thing with a fuller stroke. But the problem about using fuller stroke is that it's not going to be in the same how I put it. It's not going to be in the same size with every other thing. So you still have to blend that fat stroke with others. If not, it's going to look weird on his face. It's going to be like so many thin strokes and then 3 fat strokes. So you have to find a way to blend it in. So that's why I just prefer doing everything uniform. That's like leaving everything the way it is and preventing unnecessary stress for that one. Preventing unnecessary stress later on. I think that's about it for the beard. Okay, so I just noticed something from his face. His face is like some parts of his face are really dark, like the cheek side. So even though they are dark, they also have this very clear light reflection. So I'm just going to do a quick dark shade there. Trying to make sure it's cool and accurate. Understand? Now this is not necessary, but I just felt it's necessary for this art. I mean, like if you want to draw, it's not absolutely necessary. It's not completely necessary. Now what I did here was I used gradient and then I reduce the opacity of one part, which is the part that is white, and then drag the dark side closer just so it can blend in with others, with the beard. Sorry, I think I later worked on this again, so but for now let's just see how it's going. Yeah, I can change the direction. Yeah, this is better. Okay, so let's start with hair. So same thing happens for hair and eyebrows and everything. Always leave the edges with short strokes. Now I'm going to advise you guys, when drawing anything or anything design, always try as much as possible to draw smarter. Like try as much as possible to reduce your workload. I'm going to show you how I'm going to like copy and paste again, using copy and paste to help myself to reduce the stress, because the actual reason why I'm drawing every strand, like trying to like replicate every strand here, is because of the fact that his hair is not so full. Like some parts there, I can see some patch of skin in between the hairs, so you want to always leave that part a little bit clear, which means you're not going to draw everywhere. So you just want to make it look realistic as possible. If you've come this far, guys, I really appreciate you. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm Troyz Arts. I'm a Nigerian artist, Nigerian digital artist. I only know how to use Infinite Design for now, and maybe a little bit of Octodesk. Coming projects, I will use different other Android apps for you guys to enjoy. But for now, I'm using a Samsung tablet, Samsung A9.7 T550. Yes, that's the model I'm using to draw this, so I'm not using the laptop. because many a times people have been like, hey guy, why are you using a laptop to draw? So I'm just trying to clarify this before continuing. Please leave a like, comment on what is your struggle during my tutorial so far. I also love you guys to join my group chats, join my Telegram group chat, where I also help you guys on different other things. So join the group chats, mingle with others, feel free to ask questions. I am available online, at least in less than 24 hours. I should answer your question. I'm also a student too. Yep. So as you can see, I'm trying to avoid overlapping some parts of his hair here. Really trying to avoid. I want to make sure you replicate whatever you're seeing as much as possible, at least 95% of whatever you're seeing. But in terms of facial features, you want to go 99%, but every other thing you can go up to 95%. Also guys, here's my Patreon link. Feel free to support me, support my channel. One of the reasons why I've not been able to upload on YouTube, my tab is having issues right now, so I'm afraid of kind of like putting more videos on YouTube, because I feel like if I put all the videos, I will not have any other thing to put again. I will not have any other thing to upload, since my tab is having issue and I can't draw with it right now. So I'm not going to have YouTube video for like a while, any other YouTube video for like a while, if I post everything right now. So I have like 3 videos here with me that I can still post. So what I'm just going to do, I'm going to break them into parts, part 1, part 2, part 3, just to make it easier for me, like till I get my tab part, which I'm going to fix, and then start drawing all over again. I am still on some very huge projects, but I can't complete them now due to the same tab. So if you guys support me, support my channel, I'll be able to get better Android components, better Android devices, to show you guys my tutorials, to show you guys my steps, and just to give you guys classic tutorials on this Android softwares and help you get back. Yes, I've made some reasonable amounts from this niche, so you can also get the same amount. And just a disclaimer for those really learning, you don't want to go this deep, like you don't want to go this really deep when you're drawing any portrait, because this far days your customer might not have enough time for you. Like they may not have enough time to spare. They might feel like you're joking with them, especially if it's a customer that pays before you deliver. They'll feel like you're running away with their money. So the faster the better. I would advise a minimum of 3 days. You can go faster than that, but you also have to be careful. If you use less of time, just know your work is not going to be as much pretty as someone else that has put in more work than you to deliver this in 3 days when you are delivering yours in just a day. It's going to also be hard on you yourself. You can also deliver a work with good quality in a day, but the problem is that you're going to pass through a lot of stress, and then you also have life to live. That's why I said 3 days. Normally what I do with 3 days is the first day I do my outline like this, second day I shade, then the third day I do any special effect that is needed, and then just show the client to be sure if, hey, you like this, are you okay with it, If you're not okay with it, what corrections do you need and all that. So that's why I said 3 days. You can do it in 2, depends on you. Have a friend that finishes almost any work in less than a day and still delivers good, but then I'm not my friend. So for this part I was telling you guys about, that I'm going to copy and paste. Very important to save you the stress. Also, you have to be careful if your device is not strong enough, guys. If you copy too many things, it will hang. Like that was what I'm passing through with my last project. That was what I was passing through with my last project. So because of that, I had to like off the layer, or that layer that have so many things to work with. It's mostly hangs when you have things like this, like the way I'm doing this here now, drawing how many strands in one place. It mostly happens when things like this happen. So another thing I'll advise you to do, if you still want to do something like this and you want to copy and paste, is to draw different parts of the hair in different places, to draw the different part of the hair in different layers. As you can see, my tab is dragging. It's usually dragging. It's lagging, sorry. So it's frustrating. So just be careful, guys. Just be careful with it. But then it's when I set it. So just try your best. I also advise you to get better Android phone, or get a tablet, a stronger tablet, if you want to really work as fast as I am. You want to really improve. Up to now, I've been using up to like a year ago, I've been using an Android phone to draw, which is still cool, but then there's a limit for any device you're using. When it comes to art, there's a limit for any device, any tool you're using. There's a limit. When I say limit, I mean like whatever it can take. Like then my phone is less than a gig RAM or so, and using that phone for a work this much, my phone could not really like cope. So I ended up having issues. My battery ran down easier, different things. I had issues with clients and so many things, but luckily for me, my mom got me this tab which I'm using now, which like helped me up. I browsed on more tutorials, I learned more, and when I came back, damn, things were happening. Like things were far better than before. So I also advise you to get a good machinery if you want to go this detailed. If you want to go this detailed, if you want to go this detailed, a phone is also okay for you. You can go like 8 layers, 7 layers, that's cool. But if you want to go detailed to like 12, 20 layers, guy, you're going to need a better device with a stronger RAM. So that's my advice for you guys. So same thing I did there for the hair, same thing I'm doing here for his eyebrow. Make sure the edges are thin and short strokes, but the main parts where the hairs are, I want to keep those parts full and what have you. So enjoy. Please, if you have any questions so far with this tutorial, with this vector art tutorial, please leave a comment. Just say something and explain. This video is a masterclass vector tutorial for STYLEBENDER of STYLEBENDER. He's an MMA Nigerian fighter. I just like the guy, and I really loved his picture, so I decided to use his picture for this tutorial. I still hope he comments on this picture on Instagram. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram at Troyz, at Troyz_art, on my Twitter at Troyz art, join together, Pinterest at Troyz art, I'm almost everywhere. My socials are down there. Feel free to follow me, ask me questions, get guides from me. Don't be shy. So what I did here was I combined everything and then I reduced opacity. So that's about it, guys. That's just about it. And then I'm doing his the expressions on his lip, just to make it more realistic. You're going to see where I'm going to need this later on. His lips are really dark, like the up lips are just something else. So that's what I'm going to use extent. Some other persons might not need you to go this extent on their lips. Plus, you might not really have that time for the frivolousnesses. Okay guys, I hope you really enjoyed watching this tutorial. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, follow me on socials, join my group chat. Very soon I'll be uploading the part 2 of this tutorial where I'm going to be showing you how to color, how I did the coloring, the shading, and so much more. Thank you guys for joining.